Jenny from Just Being Me, and you're listening to the Learning to Love Yourself podcast, the show that inspires you to put yourself first.
Learning to love yourself on the path to happiness. Learning to love yourself on the path to happiness.
My very first book, Just Being You, is out soon. It's a guide for anyone who's tired of people-pleasing, second-guessing themselves, or feeling like they just don't matter. Inside, I share the tools and shifts that help me rebuild my self-belief. Because when you shift your self-belief, well, that shifts everything. If you want to know when it's coming out, I'll drop a link below and you'll be the first to know. Just being you, because self-belief, well, it shifts everything. I'm Jenny Field, self-belief coach from Just Being Me. For most of my life, I thought I had to be who everyone else needed me to be. I thought being kind meant saying yes. I thought being loved meant keeping the peace. And I thought being strong meant holding it all together, always. But what I didn't understand back then was that living that way slowly disconnects you from yourself. I lost sight of who I was beneath all of the expectations of everyone else. I stopped trusting my own voice. And one day, I woke up and realised that I've built a life that to everyone else looked absolutely fine, but inside of me, I was just completely lost. And that's where my book, Just Being You, began. It isn't just a book about self-belief. It's a story of what happens when you stop living on autopilot and start remembering and feeling who you are. Quite simply, I wrote Just Being You because I've lived it. Because for years I lived in survival mode. And I thought everyone felt like that. Constantly on alert, always doing, always coping. But actually, it wasn't normal. It was my nervous system trying to protect me after years of toxic relationships, emotional control, and silencing who I really was just to keep others comfortable. I didn't know how to be me anymore. I started writing it quite a few years ago, but in a different format. It was my way of piecing myself back together. It was part of my healing. But then I lost my nerve and doubted myself. Who was I to write a book? And about a year ago, I realised that the journey I went on could help others, and help others relatively cheaply, because not everyone can afford or indeed believes they need coaching. Every chapter reflects a truth I had to uncover for myself. Things like self-talk, self-love, boundaries, responsibility, connection, and what it truly means to believe in yourself. I wanted to create something that didn't just talk about self-belief, but showed what it looks like in real life. The mess, the breakthroughs, the courage, and the quiet moments when you finally start to see your own worth. It's a book I wish I'd had when I was lost in self-doubt and trying to make everyone else happy. Because sometimes we don't need someone to tell us who to be. We just need someone to mirror behaviour and remind us that we're already enough. And believe me, we absolutely are. Just Being You is a journey through rediscovering yourself after you've lost who you are. It's written for the people who spent years keeping everyone else happy, who are exhausted from people pleasing and living small to be safe. It's for the ones who function perfectly well on the outside, but inside feel invisible, misunderstood, and unsure of where they fit. Each chapter guides you through a different part of that journey, from understanding the stories that you tell yourself to building self-belief that lasts. You'll explore how your thoughts shape your feelings, how your energy affects your choices, and how small, consistent shifts can change everything. This isn't a fix yourself book. It's a come home to who you really are book. Because when you begin to see your worth, you stop chasing validation from others. When you build trust in yourself, you start setting boundaries without guilt. And when you believe in yourself, you stop trying to fit into places that just aren't for you. This isn't a storybook. It's a way to start living your life differently. Inside Just Being You, you'll find practical tools and strategies to help you build the life that you want to feel, not just the one that you think you should have. You'll learn how to use gratitude, affirmations, and continued writing as daily practices to reconnect yourself, to identify and shift the beliefs that have been holding you back. Gratitude helps you see what's already good. Affirmations retrain your mind to believe in possibility. Continued writing helps you uncover what your subconscious has been trying to tell you all along. These aren't just techniques. They're an invitation to start creating a life that feels like yours. They are simple, powerful ways to stop existing and start truly living. The book encourages you to take small, sustainable steps to rebuild your relationship with yourself. It shows you that you can change your thoughts, your feelings, and your energy, even when life feels heavy or uncertain. Because after all, you are the longest relationship you will ever have. I wrote this book because so many people live in survival mode without even knowing it, just like I did. They think feeling anxious, on edge, or constantly responsible for others is just how life is. But it's not. We've been conditioned to look for our worth outside of ourselves, to work harder, care more, please others, and ignore our own needs. But it's leaving too many people burnt out, disconnected, and unsure of who they are without the roles that they have to play. Just Being You is about changing that. It's about shifting from survival into self-belief, from reacting to choosing, from feeling small to standing in your own truth. Because when you rebuild self-belief, everything else follows. Confidence, calm, connection, and the freedom to live as you truly are. It's about creating a life that feels aligned with who you are, not the version of you that the world expected you to be. And here's a message I really want you to hear. You are not too much. You are not hard work. You are not broken. You are human. And you are allowed to be all of who you are. If this book does anything, I hope it helps you to see that. I hope it becomes the voice that reminds you of your power when you've forgotten. And I hope it helps you to start choosing yourself one small shift at a time. Because when you shift your self-belief, well, that shifts everything. Thanks for listening today. If you'd like to know more, you can find all the links down below. Oh, and don't forget to press subscribe so you can catch the next one. See you soon.